everyone, welcome back to my art channel. Today I will share with you not my first time, but a more recent time of me using some alcohol markers. Today I'll be using Ohuhu markers on Bristol paper, which I prefer because it's a very smooth paper that takes the markers very well. It's also very nice to draw on because of how smooth it is, but for the line work of this still life, I will be using Pigma Scholar colored pencils with a touch of the SAKURA Jelly Roll white gel pen, which is really good for adding little white highlights without using paint. For the sketch, I just used a Kuru Toga lead pencil in 0.5 with a colored lead that I just got off Amazon. Today I decided to draw outside and worked with the Ohuhu markers outside because it was a very nice spring day at the time. And I also wanted to film outside so I didn't have to do a lighting setup, but there's also like room for improvement, of course. I should have filmed from a different angle, but so far I like the sunlight and I like how it was very quiet and peaceful outside while I was drawing. And the pollen wasn't that bad that day. I decided to do a still life because I never really did them like in high school, and I noticed I've been watching like a lot of art school videos where people go to art school. I never went to art school and I never had like a super formal art class. I think I took it one time in my life, and it was basically draw your hand without looking at the paper, which I think I did pretty okay at. I don't have the paper though, because I think I did it when I was around 12 years old. And I never went back there again. I don't know why, I just never went back. And the still life I did was an image from Pinterest of some tulips with some strawberry lemon tea, which looked really good at the time. And I made myself a ginger strawberry tea with sparkling water and like a strawberry peachy green tea that I got. The Ohuhu alcohol markers worked very well. I like how they blend. They may look like a little streaky at first, but if you go in like the second time, or like if you don't just go really fast with it, you just like do like little streaks, it blends very well. And I was really happy with that because I've used Copics before when I was in high school, and I basically borrowed like a friend's who had them because like they were so expensive. It was like a rare commodity at the time, especially as a high schooler, and I enjoyed them. I mainly drew anime with them and it didn't turn out very well. I think I have one of my old drawings and it was like it was okay. And I also played around with Ohuhus I think at the start of the pandemic, and I had a good time with them, but at the time I wanted to focus on my 3D art studies. So I decided to like give them to my cousin who was also an artist. And I felt like I just had all these markers that were just taking up space and not being used. I felt bad, so I just gave them to her. But recently, since I'm trying to like really start up my art journey again, since I have a job within the 3D genre, I was like, I can use these again. I really like them. And plus I did not want to use paint now. Maybe later within the year I plan on doing more paint, but for now I feel like markers are pretty safe because you don't have to like buy a brush set, you don't have to get water out, you just go in with the colors and you know what colors you're getting because of the swatch paper they give you. You're able to like figure out exactly what colors you want, and you can like test out the blends and everything, which you can do with paint of course, but I feel like alcohol markers are just more, there's no like, oh, the amount of water, you just bam, just throw it in there. And I find these very easy to work with and actually really fun to work with. I think the only thing I don't like about them, which is like within medium, is that they smell of alcohol, which is another reason why I wanted to use them outside, because it kind of bothered me, but like I know I'm coming into it, but it's not super strong. Like it won't waft throughout the room, but it is like a little like I'm just smelling alcohol, which is fine. I think with any marker you'll smell it. I will insist that you use Bristol with it because it was very smooth. It took the layers of the markers very well. I never used marker paper before, so I may grab that later on. But for now, I still have several sheets of Bristol that I will be using, and I enjoyed them very much. I was never really interested in drawing still lifes before. This is technically, I think, my 5th still life ever, and I like how it turned out. I started enjoying the process of just drawing what you see and maybe add a little like flair, like you can amplify the colors or dull the colors, or like choose a canvas size. I decided to do a more horizontal one for this, and I think the image is more square, but I want to cut off the top, so I wanted a lot more horizontal. So I used like half the sheet of paper, which I didn't mean to use, but I'll put something on the bottom half. I'm not sure yet. Maybe a portrait, maybe a strawberry and some lemons. I haven't decided yet. I'm also doing a bunch of still lives because I started doing the self-taught artist curriculum, where it helps you like improve on your drawing, and it was made by RADIORUNNER, and the whole thing was developed by Brandon Miachin, and it's basically Roadrunner's solo artist curriculum to like basically give you a college course through the basics of drawing and art. And I wanted to do that because, for one, I'm not going to art school. I don't think I'll ever go, maybe if I'm like old and have money to spend. But personally, I plan on getting a bachelor's in computer science because I feel like that will be a lot more useful than arts degree, but who knows. But I want to do this just so I can get my little skills to improve, and so that I can be more of an artsy artist, which is something that I didn't want as a younger person, but as I gotten older, I'm like, I should have been an artsy art kid. I was an art kid where I knew what supplies I liked, and I knew how to use them, and nothing else matters because I know what I'm doing. I did not know what I was doing. I'm still a pretty good artist today. I feel like I can understand and grasp art mediums pretty well, and I have a lot of fun just trying to understand how to use them. And for alcohol markers, I kind of use them like watercolor that dries really fast, but it was to blend. Basically, you gotta have the part where you want to blend wet, and for me that was very easy to do because you just switch from one color to another really fast, and usually that blends it out very well. Or like sometimes the marker itself will be wet and blend. It depends how dry the ink is. But I've just had a lot of fun just blending the crap out of this. I like how bright the colors I made it, and I like the lighting. I feel like I captured the lighting pretty well. And at first I did not like this, but then I did the line work after a while and it turned out good. But I've been neglecting the art curriculum for a bit, and I really want to finish it. The curriculum says that you can finish it within 2 years, but they give you a lot of work to do, so. And I really need to work on that. I'm probably gonna try to do it and probably like document it, so like it pushes me to do more of it. That's why I originally started this YouTube channel for, so I can document the journey through that. I started with Drawbox, but then I finished Dropbox and I was like, I'm done. So I kind of burnt myself out, but then I went back and started to do some charcoal sketches and study the heads. I'm on term 2 and I just couldn't get started on it because I was too focused on trying to figure out what to post on social media instead of just working on my craft, because I was like, I want more views, I want more likes, but I'm like, you'll get all that if you work hard, Alex. I decided to move indoors because the sun was setting. I started drawing outside around 5 p.m., like right after work, and the sun was going down. I was like, oh crap, I gotta come back inside. And I didn't get started right after, but it started raining for the entire week, so I couldn't go back outside. So I just decided I'll just come inside and do it, because I just left it for a couple days because I didn't like how it looked, and now I like how it looked. I think it looks pretty good. I could have done the flowers better, but that's fine. Me doing still lifes is very new, and I find that it really helped me with my observational skills, and it's also a really good excuse not to work on my studies. But I think I'm just going to limit myself to maybe 2 drawings for fun a week, and then move on to like my studies and be like, well, for you to do your fun drawing, you have to do your studies, and just do like a reward system with myself. Technically, I am learning through the still lifes, because if you look into the benefits of it, you sharpen up your observation skills, and you can like see how to make things more shiny or like less shiny to make it look like said object. Because looking at this right now, the spoon looks like a metal spoon, which is probably one of my favorite parts of the still life. And I feel like I captured the ice within the cup. At least I hope it looks like ice. I think it's ice, honestly. I don't know, it could be rose petals for all I know. But it kind of looks like ice, so it's good. Still lives are a great way to like not really think about your subject too much, or like think about what to draw. I just typed in still life photography, and this is one of the things that popped up on Pinterest. And I was like, okay, this isn't a person, so I don't have to like really work too hard because it's just objects. So, because I was not really in the mood to do any people recently, because I've just not been super satisfied to a degree. I think I have to practice more. Even though I did practice, and I did have a few good charcoal sketches and a few good graphite sketches. I just want to do like a completed piece instead of a bunch of sketches in a sketchbook, honestly. Also a great way to mix mediums and to figure out like which mediums work together. It's a great way to experiment. You can make your own still life and take your own photos with it, and you can figure out what compositions look good and how to figure out what compositions to do, what canvas size, and all that stuff. For the white jelly pen, I decided to like use it as the highlight for mainly the fruits, and I give it a little tap while it's still wet to try to like make it more transitional. And that's it. I hope you like the drawing. I am pretty satisfied with it. I cannot wait to do more still lives and maybe some other things in the future. If you would like to have more art videos, art tutorials, other things art related, please subscribe and like this video. Comment below if you like to have a specific art topic for me to talk about. So I hope you have a great day and do something artistic. See ya.